So two questions. The first one has to do with phone calls, and the second one has to do with the noise environment, which I'm in quite a bit pre-COVID. So on a phone call, does does it use all four microphones, or does it only use the predominant one, the primary one?
It uses the master.
Uses the master. Okay. So if it's noisy or windy if it's noisy on the right side, is there anything that it's doing to compensate for the noise, the background noise?
There is some noise cancellation in the background, but what we have discovered since Be Direct, in terms of our experiences, we had feedback about what we call own voice pickup. So you're hearing the audio from a caller directly in your ear, nice and clear, it's in your ear, whereas the mic of the hearing aid is obviously having to pick up your voice. So you're picking up like that. And in the beginning, we were getting feedback such as, the caller is having a lot of difficulty hearing me as a hearing aid, where I can hear them fine because the audio is going in, but they are not hearing me well. And what we discovered, or what we found with Marvel, was and it's a natural response that we do normally as humans, is if you hear well, and when it's noisy around you, let me backtrack. When it's noisy around you and you don't hear well, you naturally raise your voice, because to compensate, you think you can't hear well, you raise your voice. But if everything is fine, you don't. And we were having a bit of feedback as well. I'm hearing fine, and then so they're speaking at a kind of an okay level, but there's noise around. The mics of the hearing aid were picking up the noise and your voice, but you're not raising your voice because you can hear fine. So we have made some adjustments to the way that the hearing aid compensates, so that it's a little bit counterintuitive. We made it so that you still need to raise your voice when there's sound around you on a phone call. Hope that makes sense, because we found that there's noise around, but I can hear well, so I don't need to raise my voice. But the person on the other side could not hear you well. So in Marvel and in Paradise, the setting is such that if it does pick up, it knows that you're in a noisy environment. It doesn't reduce the noise so much so that you do speak up.
Right.
So that the mics can pick up your voice.
Okay. And that's all done in the background. The whole
Exactly.
Prism does all that.